All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 41 of the Gundam Explained podcast. Um, yeah, Robert Collin is available. No, that's not a guy. Yeah, no, calling in. I won't take calls immediately, but yeah, feel free to jump in there for when I'm ready for that. But good to see you guys, Robert, Zionic Shadow, G Norwood, RX Croissant, good to see you. Yeah, good to see everyone. Welcome to, again, the 41st episode of the Gundam Explained podcast. A lot of cool things were shown off this past week that get me excited. Hopefully you guys get excited as well. But I do want to mention a couple things. So we have that movie night that's going to be Saturday at like 6 p.m. Central, I believe. So if you want to get on that, check out patreon.com/Gundam Explained. Go to GundamExplained.com also, and I think there's links in the description. Isn't that how that works? Just to see what's going on. But what else? There's that Gunpla contest that's going on. There's cool stuff. People have shown off their Gunpla in the Discord. So if you want to post something in there, feel free to do that. And then, speaking of Discord, the Discord's awesome. One of the members, Ian, brought up that I should have a memes channel. And so far, that was a good idea. A good place to post memes. We were kind of posting them anyway, but it's good to have them collected all in one place. So yeah, if you haven't, check out the Discord. It's so many cool people keep showing up all the time. Very nice to talk to. Know a lot about Gundam. Yeah, it's cool all around. RX Croissant, that thumbnail for Gundam was interesting. It makes me interested. Yeah, so about our topics for today. The first one has to do with that Gundam. There is a new Gundam. I don't know what it's called yet. I don't know if they actually do have the name for it. It's basically based off that Rust Horizon manga. First issue, I guess, is already out in Japan. It's been translated by an amazing member of the Gundam community, and we will talk about that here in a little bit. What else are we going to talk about? There's been Gunpla releases announced. Yeah, Gunpla announcements, and some, Robot Spirits. That's kind of my favorite line. That announcements for those. That's been awesome. What else are we going to talk about? I think that's going to take up a lot of the time. Yeah, let me go to this next screen I use, screen share. And, yeah, thanks to the supporters. So I'll have this when, as I get supporters, later will be a ticker. But for now, we've got the Cyber New Type level, Ian Hansen, G Norwood, thanks. Got the New Type, Santo Bell, Zionic Shadow, and Jeff. And there's also just a standard supporter level. So really, if you just feel like supporting the channel and don't want to... throw in $1. Feel free to do that. And really, just so it's clear, a lot of this is just going to all the little things that, the little costs that come together. And for me, just being as happy and excited as I've been with this getting bigger and me doing more research and diving into things, that support aspect really helps with the motivation. It really does. But anyway, I wanted to talk about videos from this last week real quick. So I actually did some streaming, GBO2. I should have hit up Zionic Shadow. It was more of family day, and then there was like this period of time where I had like an hour to do something. I was like, well, I'm going to play a game, and I kind of want to play GBO2, and I'll stream it. And then I did the kind of a basic overview video about the space colonies, because it's actually based on real-life science. And there's actually some cool comments that were left in there about that. Actually, that's a good idea to jump into that real quick. So, yeah, Neon Wave. Fun fact, NASA in the 1970s had plans to make a space colony that would fit around 10,000 people. Unfortunately, it never came to be due to the cost and that it would take decades to build. Also, fun fact, many people took part in designing the look of space colonies. NASA engineers, futurists, illustrators, and Walt Disney and company. Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting time in the 50s, 60s, 70s after the aliens made contact with us and shared their technology. No, I'm joking. Or am I? I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Zionic Shadow saying it kind of looks like a slave wraith head with a Havifin. Yeah, and it's even like the 3, and so that's really cool. I was actually online at that time. That would have been... I should have looked, because I could have just pulled you into Discord. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Hey, Rubber Duck, good to see you. Midnight Hatter, good to see you. Howdy. And Midnight Hatter is a really cool YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, I hope it works where you can, like, click on their name in the chat and, like, go to their YouTube. If not, you can probably search. a lot of really cool Gundam stuff that even I don't really cover. So that would be a good supplement, really. When I think following as many YouTube pages or YouTube Gundam pages as you can is probably the best way to get all the information you can, because there's a lot out there. Robert, on my subscribes, nice going. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks to all the awesome people, really. The O'Neill cylinder is cool, yeah, and that it actually had a name. And the Dyson spheres are cool too, star-powered structures. Yeah, I like how it has a name, because you can say space colony, and what does that mean exactly? But you can call it the O'Neill cylinder for people that are into sci-fi. They're gonna get it. And then Lucas Garrett said, I highly recommend reading Gerard K. O'Neill's 1976 book, The High Frontier: Human Colonies in Space, to see where the inspiration for the space colonies came from. Also keep in mind that the Apollo 11 moon landing was almost 10 years old when Mobile Suit Gundam first aired in Japan, so space exploration and speculation would have influenced a lot of science fiction anime at that time. Yeah, so between what Star Wars was able to do and then Gundam, like that short span where there's a lot of stuff happening in science, that's pretty cool. Arx Croissant, the Gundam shown in Rust Horizon looks like Gundam Barbatos style with the V-fin. There's some look of that too. Gundam Tubers Unite, thanks for the shout. Yeah, Gundam Tubers, that's a good one. What about tri-tier colonies? Yeah, Robert, that's a good question, because when I was doing research, I saw that there's all these other concepts that have real-life science behind them. I think the O'Neill cylinder was just what fit best for Mobile Suit Gundam, but since then there's been other things too, like the ring, and we see the Halo ring, and then even Victory Gundam had the Halo. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see back here. And then I did the Gundam Origin Trailer 3 reaction. A couple reasons why I like doing that video, because I like looking at it and then being like, okay, what's new? What's interesting? The main take I got from that was there's going to be a lot of Gundam battling, or mobile suit battles, I should say, because there's going to be one Gundam, but a lot of mobile suit battles. I like the Zaku's that we see, and then the GMs that we've seen lately. Like, I think it's going to be pretty amazing. And then is Shiro a traitor? That one, I guess, because it kind of starts off where it's asking that, to the audience. And I thought that was an excellent episode. It's interesting how 8th MS team or 08th MS team will have some amazing episodes. Sometimes they have just okay episodes. And the amazing episodes, they usually draw the detail of their noses and their nostrils. And I appreciate that. Certainly do. Zionic Shadow, the half V-fin look kind of like the double X style V-fin X3. Oh, yeah. I kind of like how there's that one, what's it called? Hucklebee or something with an A. It's from, I can't think of all these robot things. It's that game, the robot. Just came out on PC, number 30. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's got a sick looking, pretty much Gundam, even though it's not anything that's in universe. And there's a Robot Spirits version of it. It's like $300, so that's not going to happen, but very cool. Ronnie C., I think ZZ Gundam needs a proper remake, and you are right there. So, Mobile Suit Gundam has the trilogy, which they redid some stuff. They took out some scenes, and actually we're about to get to that here in a second, so that's a good call out. Zeta Gundam. I love the redone animation, but I don't like how they changed the ending, because the Double Zeta story with Camille was perfect. He was in coma, and then he got out by the end, and while he was in that coma, he was using his Psycho Wave abilities to help Judo out, so Judo can, finish what he, I guess, finally defeat Haman or whatever. But, and then at the end, you see Camille with Fa on the beach, and I think you even see, it's Double Zeta is great. If they do a trilogy, maybe they would then have room to change some of the Camille stuff, but it would be nice if Camille is still in there. I do like the concept of Camille being in a coma, but still being able to communicate in some way. It's almost like he transcended, but he didn't go as far as some new types where they get integrated into the machine itself. So, Oh, Ryugano Kami, thank you for your delivery. I haven't made Gunpla for almost 20 years, but these days the cost is soaring and there are too many buyers for resale, so I can't afford it. You know what? I've noticed when you look up Gunpla, there are some cheap ones out there. Especially if it's maybe something that was mass produced not too long ago. It's now readily available. It's almost end of life. I remember when, I don't know how it is now, but like the real grade Mark II kits were like 20 something dollars, and I think they're a little more now. But there was a time where it was like easy to grab those. I remember buying two of them or something. I had two. Because they were cheap. And then I think it used to be like 2019, 2020. I remember them being a little cheaper. SS, that's basically all the 8th MST movie follows up on if Shiro is a traitor. And yeah, that's what I'll be looking at too when I review. I'm going to look at that movie. Huckabee from Super Robot Wars. Thank you, Robert. That's exactly what I was talking about. If you guys haven't seen it, look it up. It looks like a sick Gundam. Like, I love the design. I need to get that Robot Spirits. I think it's a Metal Robot Spirits, and it's like 300. Yeah. Shield Me and Sailor 79. Yeah, Double Zeta needs a proper dub too. Yeah, I think if there was a dub, more people would enjoy and like Double Zeta. I think people like to complain about the humor, though I've watched so much Gundam now, and you see that there are these cringe elements in all of them. And Double Zeta just does a really good job expanding on Cyber new types, Haman Karn, her plans, the idea of Judo and those kids kind of living how they are because their parents are trying to make money so they can live. So you see people on colonies are having just a hard time as anyone else, you know. It's very interesting. All right. Gundam Evolved needs the Double Zeta. It might play Sazabi style. That would be great when they start adding stuff and having some of those like popular but not mainstream units. Evolution. Yeah, I understood what you're saying. Yeah. All right, so that's it for that. So speaking of games, because I think I was just talking about games, just showing real quick, Battle Operation 2 has some cool updates because it looks like they're adding weapons to existing suits, which is always a good sign. I love a suit with multiple weapons. I tend to be one that I feel like a weapon has its own place in a battle, so I know when to switch to what. So when I have a suit that only has, like, let's say the gun and the beam saber, I feel like my skills are limited, just my own personal skill of what to do with just added those two weapons, whereas when I have a plethora of weapons to choose from, I feel like I can, I don't know, come up with stuff on the fly to do. Yeah, if you haven't watched that that stream I did on Saturday, I was getting destroyed until the end, and it was a good match. Yeah, and some other cool like adjustments that I don't even pay attention to that I probably should. Oh, and about customizing the weapons, I guess they added. Yeah, they added. Oh, wow. So that makes sense. I was curious about that. When there are more than 4 weapons, what's an easy way to, instead of cycling through, to shortcut to them? And I guess they've added a way to do that. So, man, I tell you, when this finally comes out on PC, it's gonna take off. I think because they've been adding so much content, and they still are today. The Rizel, so that is sick. That's an awesome suit, right? That isn't that the like kind of the standard like Federation like. I guess a high-end GM in a way. I'm sure they're mass-produced. That we see in Unicorn. Powered-up hangers. So, again, the hangers, for as long as I've played, I've used them. Barely have I really got much from that. I throw them in there, wait a couple days, grab them. But, yeah, they're adding some stuff. Yeah, I want to say this is like a good time to get into Battle Operation 2, but it's like I would rather be doing all this stuff on the PC version right now. And that's the thing. I didn't bring it up. Let me check my temps. I got my PC back from Cyberpower because I got a PC. It was awesome, badass, everything I could want in a PC. the CPU temps would throttle up like crazy and get super high, high 90s, and sometimes shut down my system. So I sent it in for repairs. I don't think they repaired it, but within a week they turned it around, got it back to me. Although I had the same issue today. But what's interesting is while I had that PC out, I was tinkering with my old PC because then I was enjoying that aspect, and I decided to take out the water cooler on my old PC and put just a nice CPU fan to reduce noise because it doesn't need the airflow is good in the case I got for it, and it was actually doing the same thing. It was getting too hot. Well, I went into the BIOS and I saw an option to turn off this boost option on a CPU. So today, my PC, it's all failing, the new PC, and then I go in and to the BIOS and I see that there's this boost option, and I turn it off. And then so I go to play, I'm testing it with Dying Light 2, everything on max, 4K, what do you call it, that ray tracing turned on all the way, and it was getting maybe 81, 82, but that's perfectly fine for this type of CPU, so that could have been all it was, and I sent it to CyberPower. But anyway, if you want to see the PC, I have a quick shot of it, probably in our Tech and Gadgets Discord, but also on my Instagram. I did a quick story with it. Let's move on. Zionic Shadow, I just saw your retweet of my new, this stuff. So check out the Zionic Shadow on Twitter. He's got some awesome apparel from P Bandai, and it's Xeon stuff. Man, it's kind of pricey, and sometimes it's like, this is not the right time for me to buy, an $80 Gundam shirt, and then they're sold out. Double Zeta gets a bad rap because it gave viewers whiplash after the deadly seriousness of Zeta. Yeah, for me, it wasn't like that. Because at the beginning, you still see Camille when he's in a coma, and those people steal the truck that he's in, and it still had that, oh my god, Camille stuff. And then, the kids are living on their own because the parents can't afford to pay, so they have to go off and do work in other colonies. Maybe because it's in Japanese and not English, and you're seeing the goofy animations, and it kind of gets thrown off. The Dwaj grenade works like in Unicorn now. Oh, interesting. I saw that little update thingy, but I did not. Where did they posted it? Yeah, I did not. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they added that. Hanger upgrades. I might be behind a little bit. Zeta knockoff. What's a Zeta knockoff? Is it double Zeta? Oh, the Rizel that we were looking at. Yeah, I think it's like they took that technology and I guess they tried to refine it a couple times, because even the Rigazi is based off of that. So I think it's funny how the Gundams went in different, or the mobile suits went in different directions. There's like the sharp and angled extreme look, the Zeta, double Zeta, and future ones, and then there's like the Gundam look and GM and all that. Do you know, are you going to make a clan on PC? Yeah, I think I will. The clan I made for Gundam Explained, the people in it are killers. Like Zionic Shadow, for one, they do awesome. I'm usually not in the top. If I'm playing, I'll be in the top 3, but usually I'm not. I don't have that skill level. What would happen if Ernesti, a Chevalier from Knights of Magic, were to go into the Pacific Rim universe with Ikaruga? I only knew one of those things that you mentioned, but I'm sure it'd be a wild time. Ronnie C., I wish BO2 controls was more loose as far as the mobility of the suits. They feel stiff in my opinion. So, Ronnie, I agree with you, but it's one of those things where that's what they're going for. And I can understand where someone could play that, and that's just not their thing. I'm surprised how popular Gundam Battle Operation 2 is, based on how niche it is, especially controls. I just happen to like slow, methodical gameplay. I like fast gameplay, but also like the slow stuff that you really have to think. Not that you don't have to think for fast stuff, but I get you. It's not for everybody, for sure. Legion Epsilon Zeta is best Gundam. It could very well be that it's like that sentence isn't incorrect. It's not an incorrect sentence at all. Not at all. Mad Matt, the heavy metal mecha pilot, totally in love with the Toad Shredder myself. Yeah, that's a cool one, and I learned more about that recently from one of my recent videos because I wasn't too familiar with it. When I had her, Double Zeta did Yazan dirty, but otherwise it's a good series. There was a cheap English dub made. Yeah, and I linked to that actually in my video about how to watch Double Zeta. But yeah, Yazan, like, it was interesting. He had a cool arc, but then they kind of, went goofy with him. So that is an example of what Shield Maiden Sayla was talking about earlier, because that was kind of a different tone for that character arc. Yes, Zeta Gundam is best Gundam. Yeah, when I first got into Gundam, I watched all through. At that time, it was mainly Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta, Double Zeta, F91 and Victory, and 080 War in the Pocket, and 0083. Like, those I thought were just amazing. I didn't really get into other stuff like Unicorn Narrative and stuff until later, but Zeta I would watch multiple times, and I would just listen to the music. Like, that music is just so good. Where are we? Mad Matt, the heavy metal mecha pilot. Not a bad Gundam, but I'm a tad bit more partial to new Gundam myself. Yeah, that's a popular one. Kind of want to try calling in with video right now, Adam. Mind if I try? Well, video probably won't work. I don't have anything set up for that. But that will be something I want to do later. And I'll probably take some calls here shortly. So if anyone wants to jump into the call waiting room in Discord, I'll take some calls. I'm more of an AOZ kind of guy, but not many read AOZ. Legion, I am down with AOZ. I love it. I'm about to talk about some stuff that got released for it. Actually, there's some more AOZ stuff I'm going to be getting into here shortly. Even Ultronimus agrees. Yeah, AOZ is neat. Speaking of slow gameplay, ever try Kengo 9? No. How was Kengo 8? I haven't even heard of Kengo 7. Ultronimus, hello there. Shield Malin Sayla. Zeta Gundam is like the Empire Strikes Back of Gundam. That is an excellent comparison. Star Wars, Empire is, I totally agree with everything. A New Hope still has that campiness. Original Mobile Suit still has that campiness. Zeta's like, okay, we've got the budget. Let's do this right. And Zeta's amazing, and so is Empire. Ultronimus says it's best in the franchise next to 0083. Yeah, 0083 is great. Even if the character development's a little different, I like, though, then at least the focus on the mobile suits are pretty fantastic. RX Croissant, the music for Zeta's first and new translation movie opening is absolutely amazing. Yeah, about those songs that people sing, isn't there a name for that? Like the new song released for Kukuru's Doan's Island, it's not like I'll listen. I haven't even listened to it all the way through. I don't know if it's because I'm just like the music person I am. I love music, but specific music. But like if they came out with music that sounded more like the original Mobile Suit Gundam, like that disco music, that was pretty cool. But hey, I don't want to judge because that lady seemed like she did a fantastic job singing. Let's see. AOZ is so unique that I'd say it's almost as unique as Turn A's designs. Yeah, I can't wait to get more into Turn A, but those designs are memorable. When you see them, it's Turn A. I don't hate Nina. I just hate how she was written at the last minute. Yeah, if you're talking about her having a relationship with Gato randomly at one point, like, if I got that right, like, I was like, where did that come from? Finally, someone else who reads loves AOZ, and I'm about to get to it here in a second, but there's a Twitter user that, actually, let me get to that. So, there's this guy, Diki Chu on Reddit, Asionic Scans on Twitter. He seems to be the main person that translated anything that comes in from Japan. And he translated Rust Horizon, and I read it, and I don't know how it goes in Japan. Are they like issues? They don't seem that long, or is this something that's going to be in a magazine? I read the first issue, and I'm probably gonna do a video on it because I loved it. And yeah, he goes and he translate this, and does he actually even do everything with the text? I mean, I think that's pretty amazing. But anyway, what was I gonna get at with that? Yeah, he did the translating, as far as I know. I could be wrong, for Advanced Zeta stuff. And so all of that can be found here at Zeonic-Republic.net. And you can actually read. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Is it just? See, it looks like it's a magazine, but it just has some pages of like story that you can follow as you get the magazine, and that's where this new Gundam comes from that I want to talk about here in a second. Speaking of that series, speaking of series that need love, G-Reco and Age need some love from people. Yeah, and that's something I want to get into eventually. I like the G-Reco designs. Even Age, I just haven't got there yet. It's almost like I've been watching Gundam, and then from what I don't understand, I go back and watch it again, so I have a good understanding or something. Hunter Iggy, I have a question. When we get Gundam Operations 3, and do you think we will get Gundam Wing in the Gundam Operations game someday? You know what? That is a good question, because it seems like there's this push on Universal Century when it comes to... Because, like, Universal Century is still stuff that comes out, so it could be supported, whereas some Wing-related stuff doesn't really come out unless it's like a re-release. But there's always new UC shows coming out, and so I think that's why the games are like that. Yeah, I don't know... what it would be like to come out with a Wing game, because is it where there's enough people that still like Wing that would be a big deal? Would they need to come out with some other media to promote Wing? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's see. Deacon Blues, he's talking about me. Shield Maiden Sayla 79. That's a lot of consonants. I forgot Gato's name while chatting with a friend about 0083 once. Hold on a second. Hey, where's your toy? Dog came over here with the thing that's making a lot of noise. Okay, and called him the Xeon guy who looks like Draw from The Witcher. Hey, that's excellent. I didn't even think about that. I'm not even a huge Witcher fan, but totally got that right away. Totally got that. Age is certainly better than Seed. Though that really ain't a hurdle. So, yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to soon. Gundam Mark V has already appeared in GBO2, but I also like the ORX-012 MSF-008 Gundam Mark IV, which is a Titans Gundam developed in Augusta, so I would like to add it. Okay, that is a mouthful. I wonder if I can get that searched up here. Oh wow, that looks sick. That's a was it a GPO2? Like, I guess they used that kind of design for something other than the nuclear or whatever. I mean, I don't know. That's sick. Again, learning about another one. I am going to drag this into the research folder. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna go on that, but thanks for the new Gundam to look into. It's a monthly serialization. It just came out on the 26th. Okay, Deacon Blues. So if I'm talking about you, you must be the Zeonic Scans guy. So yeah, thank you very much. And actually, you know what? Let me just add, there is a donate button here. So if we want to continue to get this stuff, I mean, that's a lot of work. That's got to be a lot of work. So that's appreciated. So wow, it just came out on the 26th. That's awesome how soon we got it and got it translated, and it comes out monthly. That's great. Let's see. I gotta ask this if I haven't already. What mecha designer would you consider to have the most heavy metal aesthetic? Oh, it would be like Judas Priest. Some of those Judas Priest album covers. I mean, Painkiller looks. Yeah, I love Judas Priest stuff, and I always get the vibes. Although we were talking about Liege Lord, how they. But yeah, tell me what you think. Uh, like I guess post here or on Discord. The Dynasty Warriors Gundam series was awesome, especially the last one that was the PlayStation 3 exclusive. Yeah, the last one was a PS3 exclusive, huh? I wonder what that was called because I do have them on the 360. I haven't played them all. That's right, you are Dikichu. So that's cool. Well, thank you for joining. I really appreciate that. It's actually an honor. RX Croissant, everyone would crazy from more IBO content. IBO fans would start saying Barbados could beat Turn A. Yeah, I got to get into IBO. But, to show real quick, there's something interesting here because it seems like, where was it? I had it saved. He posted about, is this it? Yeah. So, Garmazabi's love interest, which was in the series, but I don't think it was in the movie. Or it was, but anyway, I guess she's on ice, and her name is Icelina or something like that. Icelina. I don't remember how it's pronounced, but I just put that together. She's like on ice, and her name. Anyway, I guess the idea is that she's either pregnant carrying his child, or they're keeping her frozen to be an incubator for a potential child, and so. It would be really neat where this story goes. Again, this is that Rust Horizon. I know I keep talking about other things. It'd be interesting to see where the story goes and if we start then getting this other heir to the Zabi family. We haven't heard anything in other media yet. Or at what point, could she be pregnant and frozen and so it could be delayed when this baby's born? Or has she not been... transplanted with the baby yet, so I don't know. Very interesting to see where they're going with that. I don't know if anyone's heard about that. It doesn't make sense though, considering that Minerva exists. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so that's why it makes me think: is it where nothing comes out of this? Something does come out of it, and it's based on her being frozen, perhaps. That there is a delay in where the child is born and they're hidden somewhere, maybe Marzion, and then they come back. But if we go up through even G-Savior, we never hear about it again, so maybe there can be something that doesn't become as big as a Zeonic conflict, but still have a Zabi heir part of it. That'd be very interesting. Okay, Robert, I'll get to you in just a second. If you ask me, my metal senses point more toward a lot of people. So I'm going to have to look that up. Ever seen the FA Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam Final Test Unit? Yes, that one is a good one. Is Gundam Heavy Arms like Gundam Ground Type in the different universes not that hard added in Gundam Operation 2 or 3? That sentence was kind of difficult for me. I apologize. I was asking. I was more asking anime mecha designers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed there's a list of mecha designers that would do some awesome metal covers. That's true. Oh, Iselina Esconbach. It's something. She was briefly in the compilation. Oh, okay. Cool. Good to know. So it keeps things canon. So I don't know what they're trying to accomplish as far as heirs go, unless Minerva is in hiding and or presumed dead. Yeah, so that's another thing. What is the continuation of Minerva's story? Maybe that's been in the Unicorn novels. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, moving on again. Zeonic-Republic.net. Yeah. Okay, where are we? Okay. Real quick, I know everyone likes Gunpla, so they've got... That is small. Doan's Zaku, so it has that little, this is blurry, but it has a little mouthpiece down, the front part down. Love the battle damage on it. There's something iconic about the look of the face, because it has that look to it. if you know what I mean. And then, yeah, the RX 7802. Now, we already have Origin High Grade, and this is Cuckoo's Doan's Island version. So, does it come? Is it the same thing, just re-released with a different box art? Are there differences? I haven't seen if there's anything about any differences. So, if anyone does know, let me know. Yeah, and then we have this Chigoken RX 93 FF New Gundam, which I think someone shared either in the Discord or a previous podcast, that what this is in universe is the damaged New Gundam repaired in this style. So it's supposed to be in universe just like the other RX 78-2, which was the other one that had the F in the name. But this looks cool. I don't know the scale of the Chigoken stuff, if anyone else knows that. Okay, so here's some AOZ. Look at this. It's the Hrududu. You know, is that really how you pronounce it? Am I wrong? Jump into the call in waiting room, which, hey, you know what? Let me get Robert real quick. He's been waiting for a while. Well, hello, Mr. Robert.
Hey, Adam.
How's it going, man?
How's it going?
It's going. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Well, good. What's up, man?
Few things I wanted to let you know. For one, sorry about that. But for one, it's Hrududu or the Gunpla.
Okay.
So you blend the H and
rolls
R.
off the tongue.
Yeah, and then the machine I was commenting on from Knights and Magic was the Ikaruga.
Okay. Yeah, you bring that anime up quite often.
It's a good anime. You've got to watch it.
I'll have to sometime, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's on Crunchyroll, right?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Well, cool.
And then, I'm trying to remember what I was originally calling in about. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What's up?
The way you can actually get video on Discord is just going to the turn on camera icon in your call-in podcast and selecting it.
No, yeah, I am familiar with that. It's just I haven't set up my Streamlabs to have it set up like that. But I'm going to do that soon. I'm going to want to do video soon to have more people on for video. So that will definitely happen. Yeah. Well,
so anyway,
anything
I
else,
wish you
buddy?
the best.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll hang up now.
Okay, well, hey, man, like always, thanks for calling in.
Yep, bye.
All right, see you, man. And that was Robert. He's been here since the beginning. He has. And if you want to watch some, like, older episodes, I think I show off some of his artwork. He posts a lot of it in the Discord. Okay. So, let me see. G. Norwood, hope that comes in a master grade. Which one? The Doan Zaku, because that would be great. RX Croissant, we've yet to have something for Crossbone series. If we do the Phantom Gundam, we'll finally get an official head height. Oh. Legion Epsilon, oh yes, the Titan Super Gundam. Rubber Duct, while I don't know the exact size for Chigoken figures, I know they are pretty sizable. Okay, so I guess probably bigger than 144. Metal Neo, hey, what's up? So what are we talking about? Well, Metal Neo, we are talking about Gundam. So thanks for joining. I like the Chigoken New Gundam more than the original. It can use its funnel as a huge beam saber. Okay, that's cool. That is. And hey, Robert, your audio was great. Well, at least it was for me. Yes, so I would like to hear what others have to say. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so moving on real quick. Yeah, I just wanted to show this Metal Robot Spirits because this will go to the Hazel that I have pre-ordered, and it got delayed until May. It's okay, I don't need to be angry. But apparently this comes with 2 of those ships, and I love ships. And I love AOZ, so a lot of this is just amazing. Um, I have to press this button. I'll do it later, though. Because I think it was just this morning, yeah, that it became available, so... Oh, God, there's more money. Because then there's this. This is MS-06R1 High Mobility Zaku 2, early mass production type. So early mass production type, it kind of maybe the colors they use. I like how it has the caution or warning or construction, whatever you call it, paint job going on. I love it. I mean, I wonder if it's the same thing as the Black Tri-Stars. Just a repaint, because it seems like it comes with all the same stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a Zaku. You got to have another Zaku. And then that leads to this, another one, the Woundwort, another AOZ Metal Robot Spirits. So they're releasing so far the Advance of Zeta stuff is Metal Robot Spirits. I love it. This is the perfect time, I guess, for me to be into that stuff because now they're releasing it. Although I did look up the MSI, what Mobile Suits in Action, MSIA, Advance of Zeta stuff. I just don't know the quality on that because I do have some older that I bought off eBay, older line of Gundam figures. They just don't seem to be that good of quality. But Atronimus, audio is fine. Thank you. Asionic Shadow, give me the Gundam local type, North America type, in GBO2 or Gundam FSD before it became the Heavy Gundam. Oh, okay. So those are some other interesting ones that I'm surprised are not in Gundam Battle Operation 2. The huge fin funnel in GBO2 would be like the EZZ with the huge funnel saber. And that makes sense because technically that they could have that in Gundam Battle Operation 2. It would almost be a reskin and they just modify the weapons. Maybe make it cost a little bit less since it's a repair and then people can use it in those other cost matches since now it's canon. I don't know. That could be cool. All right, and so I wanted to talk about the Hrududu real quick. So this is a support fighter developed for use with the RX-121 Gundam TR-1 Hazel Custom, which I've always said is my favorite. I love the look of this. I can't wait to get that Metal Robot Spirits one in. I forget who it was. Was it Tuesday Morning Builds or something? I don't want to get your name wrong. In the Discord, he posted a Mark II that he customized, and it has the red fingertips just like the Hazel, and I thought that was awesome. All right, so technology and combat characteristics. Actually, it's first seen, hold on, in 0087, so that's something to keep in mind. And if you think about it's almost 10 years from 0079, so I can see where the Titans were in a position to develop some super high-tech mobile suits and weapons, and then the way things happen to go, you kind of see where things don't get as high-tech, but they still get high-tech. Obviously, that has to do with the time they made Advance of Zeta versus the others, but I guess I'm just trying to come up with canon in my head. Anyway, the G parts was a departure from previous optional parts, as the unit itself could function as an independent support craft and was also equipped with a cockpit that can accommodate a pilot. That's cool. The Hrududu takes inspiration from the concept of the G-Fighter. That's cool. Developed as a support mecha for the RX-78-2 Gundam during the One-Year War, however, it lacks the ability to perform mid-air docking and conversion as the G-Fighter. Before a sortie, it is either attached to the Hazel or locked separately as a support machine. So weird that it doesn't do any in-flight transforming and attaching, but still looks sick. I'll be able to buy it as long as my wife doesn't find out I'm spending that much on that. Let's see. The Hrududu's wing units are unique as they each feature different functions. The booster wing unit functions as a supplemental thruster, and the claw wing unit. Very cool. So as a claw unit, can carry different energy packs, beam emitter within the claw unit, beam reflector shields, long blade rifle. So yeah, not too much information on it, but I love the look of this. Oh, and so there are the high grade. Wait a minute. What was that? Did that say FG down there? I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah, it's just. Oh, and there is a master grade version. I was looking up that master grade Hazel. It doesn't seem too pricey, even though I'm not gonna do it right now. Oh, and is this like the actual Titans colors? Because that is cool. Yeah. Anyway, that is a cool suit. And you know what? That is actually it. Then is that really it? Is that it? Yeah, that's about it. I guess we can chat for a second. Let me do something here real quick. Okay. Brian Zanichelli, what's up, dude? How are you? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good, Brian. Glad you could join us. The Hrududu kind of, and I'm just going to say it real fast like that, kind of gives me some serious Einhander vibes, if anyone remembers that classic game. Yep, PlayStation, right? That was a shmup made by Square, I believe. I'm really into those. The GBO2 makes me not like Hazels. Well, you know what? Hazels make me not like GBO2 because I haven't even got it yet. I see people out there. There's like two. Aren't there two variants? Or there's one variant, and I don't even have either. Gives Super Gundam's backpack vibes. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, so the Mark II as the Super Gundam, it had that unit, but it wasn't. It was like kind of a slim profile supplemental fighter support system. Yeah, that's a good one. Not to mention, Einhander was definitely a love letter to Gundam. If some of the boss designs are an indication, I'm gonna have to go back and play it. I haven't played it since getting into Gundam, so that's a good one. Oh, Ian, good to see you. Hey, friends, been a crazy day. What did I miss? Missed a lot of me babbling on, but I'm sure you can listen again while playing a video game or cleaning or working. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to listen to my podcasts that I plan to, like when I'm working on Fridays and I have to work on reports and stuff. Yeah. Both the Hrududu 1 and 2 as well as the Primroses are basically Titans combiners. Okay, that is cool. I have to really get into that. I like that. Arcs Croissant, thinking back to the Hrududu, it looks like it could look good on the Turn A for some reason if you just add the wings. Yeah, it's kind of got that sleek, edgy design without it being extreme edgy. It's just kind of a sleek design. So, yeah, I agree. Well, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for everyone that joined. I had a great time talking about Gundam, learning about new stuff like that Gundam Mark IV that looks like a GPO3, or GPO2, I'm sorry. That just blew my mind. But yeah, lots of cool Gundam stuff to buy and stuff. But yeah, if you haven't, check out the Discord. Jump on in. The Discord's always awesome. Jump on Twitter if you want to chat. You know how it works. There's so much you can do. And hey, and if you want to join that movie night, we're watching G Savior on Saturday. Check out the Patreon if that's something you're interested in. That's going to be a kind of a new supporters get together thing. So anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Have a good day, and yeah, see you later.